You're upsetting yourself for no reason, Father.
Don't patronize me, Julian. Not with Deputy Do-Right still on the estate guarding Sheridan.
I don't like Luis lurking around any more than you do, but it's no cause for alarm. I went through Sheridan's cottage with a fine-tooth comb years ago. Luis will never find anything in there to connect us to his father's disappearance. For the last time, Father, there's nothing to worry about. I have everything under control. I am on an important conference call with my father.
Who's there, Julian?
It's me, Father, with Luis Lopez Fitzgerald.
I see.
Whatever it is, we'll have to wait.
Now you can talk to me now, or you can talk to the DA.
I'm glad you're there, Luis. I've been wanting to thank you personally for protecting my daughter.
You're welcome.
You may not remember, but I met you many years ago when you were just a little shaver. I understand you've grown into a fine young man.
And let me add that there's no higher calling than protecting the local citizenry. Law and order is the very foundation of our great country.
If you'll excuse me, Father, I'd like to hear why Luis and Sheridan barged in the way they did. The bullet. Is that supposed to mean something to me?
You tell me. Found it lodged in the wall of Sheridan's cottage. The cottage that my family used to live in years ago. I want to know how it got there. I want to know who fired the gun and who they were aiming at.
I've no idea what you're referring to, Louise. This is certainly the first I've ever heard about a rogue bullet embedded in the wall of Sheridan's cottage.
But how could you possibly date it? It could have been there 10, 20, even 50 years.
Oh, don't worry. I'll have the lab check it out. You know, this bullet could have been fired right around the time that my father suddenly disappeared.
I don't see what one has to do with the other unless Martin was into target practice inside the house.
My father hated guns. He hated violence of any sort. Now, if neither of you are going to help me, I'll just have to find out how it got there myself.
Well, now, wait a minute. Hold on. Who said we wouldn't help you, Luis?
The Crane family would be more than happy to assist the police investigation in any way that we can. We're all servants of the law.
Keep any guns in the house, Julian?
Of course he doesn't.
What about that one that you keep in your drawer, Julian? It's been there since I was a child.
That drawer. That's where you've always kept your gun.
Well, I disposed of my revolver years ago. There's nothing here except a pack of playing cards and a few business papers.
Mind if I look?
Surely you trust my son.
No offense, Mr. Crane. I'd trust him a lot more if I could look for myself.
I would be more than glad to show you. Unfortunately, the business papers I mentioned are rather personal, perhaps another time.
You got it. Another time.
Again, Luis, I can't thank you enough for looking after our Sheridan. She's the family treasure, you know.
Take my work very seriously, sir. No harm will come to her while she's under my watch.
God, they're gone.
The gun was in your desk, wasn't it?
Of course. Right next to our Luis imposter mask.
You fool. Why would you keep something that could thoroughly incriminate us?
I consider that mask a souvenir of our combined creative genius. If it hadn't been for the mask, Luis and Sheridan might have been lovers for months by now. Besides, worked so well the first time, we might be inclined to use it again.
All right. All right. But what about this damnable telltale bullet? You told me you'd swept the cottage clean. After the incident, you swore there wasn't a speck of evidence. If Luis figures out how it got there, we're finished, Julian. All thanks to your ineptitude.
This is like a pit bull when it comes to our family. If he knows we lied to him about that bullet, he won't let go until he uncovers the truth.
But he doesn't know we lied.
He's smart, Julian. Apparently a lot smarter than you.
Even if he suspects we're hiding something, it's just one piece of the puzzle. He'll never see the whole picture.
How can you be so sure when he's living on the estate for God knows how long now? We have to get him away from your sister.
The FBI assigned Louise to guard Sheridan.
The hell with the FBI. We'll separate them by using Sheridan's Achilles heel, her desperate need to be loved. We'll find a man to distract her from Luis and his investigation.
So I'm right with you, Father. I know exactly where to look.
Yes, Julian?
Father wanted me to remind you that tonight is the annual 4th of July gala at the Seascape.
Aren't you and Ivy going?
Father wants you to be there as well. I wouldn't disappoint him. Sheridan will be at the Seascape tonight, Father. The perfect place for her to find another man.
This plan of yours had better be more effective than your previous ones, or we'll be forced to revisit mine.
You weren't serious about eliminating Luis permanently, were you, Father?
I never joke about murder, Julian.